Got another one hooking up. Might be getting ready to leave. Yeah, I'm back here. Oh, I still got the hiccups. Holy shit. I made it around the block and I seen this one was parked up there. So I decided to come back around. My guy, there he is. So, anyway. Oh, man. Okay. I'll bring you back when he goes to take off or something going on. so much for that one. That one's going too, so away we go. Okay, well, so much for that. Yard kind of cleared out, didn't it? Yep, alrighty. Well, onward and upward. Thanks for watching. Headed home, run across this one. I'm at 2%. I'm gonna hurry up and change my battery real quick. Hopefully it don't move. Hang on. Okay, we're back. Yeah, it didn't move. So, anyway, I got a good battery. So, when this thing starts to move, I bring it back. These cars are loaded full of, looks like coal, I think. Anyway, kind of hard to see because I'm facing the sun, and if I go towards that way, it's just going to wash everything out. But right over there is the Lima refinery, and these tracks run back through there. This whole area here feeds the refinery. And anyway, I think that's what they're doing. I didn't know they used coal back in there, but evidently they do. I don't know. Well, it might use coal for, well, I don't know. They may not burn it. They may, use it for something else. Who knows? Anthracite coal purifies stuff, so I don't know. I'm just running off the head. Don't have nothing else to talk about. Sometimes I think it's kind of boring when nobody's talking, It just, you're looking at a train. I like to look at trains. I love to look at trains. But then there's also a thing of, okay, Anyway, again, I'll bring you back when something comes up. An interesting little tidbit here. It may not be interesting to you, but it is to me. Anyway, here in Lima, we have CSX. That's kind of like the main carrier here. Then we also have the Indiana Ohio. They got a rail yard that's not too far away from the CSX yard. Norfolk and Southern has a little bit. They've got a line that runs, their line is just on the other side of this one here, just over that way. CSX is way over there. That's the main. And then they've got a Norfolk Southern's got a spur here because they have engines sitting over here. And they've got a yard that's on the northeast side of Lima, kind of. And then Chicago, Fort Wayne, and Eastern has got a rail line through here. And their yard is over on the west side of Lima. Their yard spans two feed mills, Cargill and it might be Sunrise the other one. I don't know. I can't remember right now. But anyway, and then they all of these kind of, they all have trackage over to the CSX tracks, the yards where we were at just earlier today, and they all head over that way. So the CF&E, they bring stuff from the west, and I've seen steel, I've seen windmill parts, all kinds of stuff on there. And then the Indiana Ohio, they have stuff goes from the south and goes north. And Norfolk and Southern, I think they they run a lot just from the refinery here, and then they've got a line that goes north from here. So anyway, that's Lima, or as much as I know about it. Anyway, and all I know is what I see. You know, I may be totally wet on all of it, but you never know. I think that's the way it works, but then again, I don't know. Anyway, enough running off the head. I'll yeah, bring you back when something happens. Yeah, they're starting to move, maybe. They're moving forward. I'm gonna drop a couple and then got to move ahead so they can switch tracks. They kicked 2, that's what they said, and move ahead 11. That makes sense.
Drop point clear, line into 103. Good for 20, back up about 5, no tie.
Ground clear point, line first 3, all clear, back to 5, good for 20, no tie.
That was loud. Not the radio, the brakes. Well, I stuck my foot in my mouth, didn't I? The front part of this train's got the cold cars. The rest of it's a little bit of everything else. Bunch of tankers. So yeah. Who knows what they're letting off out there. There's no way you can get back in there, so you just kind of got to see what there is to see. That's it. That car says 1093, and on the side of it, it says acrylamide trial. Hell, I don't know. Stabilized, whatever. So, okay, so we just keep watching. I think he's only going back about 5, so we'll still be here. Oh, you tell that thing's heavy.
Copy, drop 3, a little slack on the pin.
Well, that wasn't that good. Couldn't hear that one.
Alright, got me.
Noisy. Sounds like another train somewhere.
Tie. Lined up into 104. Come back 12 for a tie.
Hey guys, we're flying back 12 for the tie line, 4-0,
Might be picking up more cars pulling out of here. Hard to say. Hard to say. Yeah, she's gonna move, I think. Rest for all four. Cool. Way to go. That run there that goes back through there, all that area. And then these tracks here are Norfolk and Southern. Got a Norfolk Southern engine sitting there. And then this is the CSX main. So, there we are. Alrighty, thanks for watching.